So there's the field for the men's 400 hurdles here in New York. LJ Van Zyl is the hot hand. He's won both races in Doha and Rome, and he's the fastest man in the world this year, the only one to have gone under 48 seconds. But we'll run through the lineup. Michael Tinsley, the first of four Americans, goes on the inside in lane one, a former NCAA champion in 2006. Here's Johnny Dutch, the youngest of the four Americans, 22 years of age, last year's NCAA champion and a World Junior silver medalist from 08. He was third in Ostrava a couple of weeks ago. Here's David Green, best season last year, 2010 European and Commonwealth champion, and he won the Continental Cup as well. Here's the most experienced man in the field, Bashawn Jackson, 2005 world champion, bronze in Beijing at the Olympic Games and bronze at the last world titles as well, behind Karen Clement. LJ Van Zyl is the man to beat here, 47.66 in Ostrava, was a world leader, the only man to have gone under 48 seconds. He finished second to Green though at last year's Commonwealth Games. Here's Javier Coulson, silver medalist for the world titles in 2009, silver medalist at the Continental Cup last year. He's ranked fourth in the world, was fourth in Rome behind Van Zyl, Green and Angelo Taylor, who's not here. And then in seven, Jehu Gordon of Trinidad and Tobago, 19 years of age, last year's world junior champion. He is one to watch for the future. And Justin Gaiman started his season pretty early. He had wins in Melbourne and Sydney back in March, 6th in Rome, 4th in Ostrava. Slowest PB in the field, but incidentally, he has the 6th fastest time of the year. Underway, the men's 400 hurdles here in New York. Tough conditions in the wet for the men. And the ones to watch are in 3, 4, 5 and 6. Green, Jackson, Van Zyl and Coulson. And down the back straight they go over the third flight. Javier Coulson on screen is making up ground on Gordon and Gaiman on his outside. Van Zyl is running well on his inside. Drifting back early is Jackson. And Green's making up ground in 3. But it's Coulson and Van Zyl hurling together here with 150 to go and a couple of flights remaining. Jackson's making up ground. Green is coming back. So too is Dutch on the inside, the youngster. But it's Coulson just in front. Jackson got him on the last hurdle. He nudges a couple of strides clear. They hurdle the last together. Coulson just in front. Jackson battling away but fading. Coulson won it. The Puerto Rican dives over the line to win. He beat Jackson, then Green, and Van Zyl made a mess of the last two flights. He finishes 4th, having been unbeaten across the first 2 Diamond League meetings. Great run from the Puerto Rican, the 26-year-old. He was the silver medalist at the world titles a couple of years ago. Started so brightly and then hung on. 48.50 is his fastest run of the year, eclipsing his 48.73 in Bayer Mahult a while ago. But he started really brightly. Didn't panic with Van Zyl coming at him. He looked very, very comfortable. Stride pattern was terrific the whole way. Van Zyl was hurdling with him until the 150, and then here, Jackson just got up on Van Zyl's inside. Javier Coulson was still in front. Jackson got to the second last flight in front and hurdled the last ahead of Coulson, but it was the last 20 metres from Coulson where he kicked his big strides into gear. Dived over the line. He gets the win. And the Puerto Rican is pretty happy with that. He'll be one to watch come Daegu later in the year. He wins in 48.50, a season's best. Bashawn Jackson second, Green third, Van Zyl 4th. So Van Zyl still leads the Diamond League standings comfortably. But Coulson makes up some ground ahead of Green and Jackson.